Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew this beautiful butterfly top, as you can see, with a tight waist and also with a peplum or a gather around the down part. So this top has a continuation sleeve, as you can see. So the dress right here is the inspiration, and the one I am putting on is the one I recreated. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. Please, before we dive into this video, please go ahead and like this video, comment on it. This really helped my algorithm a lot. You can rock this top with a pant or a trouser. You can also rock it with a skirt. So you can rock it basically with anything you want to rock it with. You can see how beautiful it looks. And the good part of everything is that you can transform this into a gown. So instead of making this peplum or this gather shorter, you can decide to make it longer, maybe to your knee or to your ankle. Do you guys get? You can transform this into a gown. So without talking too much, let us dive into today's tutorial. I have about 2 yards of Africa print here, which I'm going to be using to make the top. So you're going to be needing about 2 yards of fabric or 2.5 yards, depending on how big you are. So I'm going to be separating these 2 yards into two. So I'm going to have them in one yard. After cutting it into two, I will remove one part and keep it. Then I'll go ahead and mark the back part of the second one like this, because the back part and the front part of this fabric look the same. Now I'm going to pick the edges, these are label parts. I will pick the two sides and fold it into two like this. So after folding it, you are going to see that the part that has label are facing one side. Now I'm going to place my tape at the top like this. I'll go ahead and measure from there to my under bust. From my shoulder to my under bust is 14 inches. I just wanted to mark 14 inches. After marking that 14 inches, I will place my tape on that point. I will mark extra 2 inches like this, okay? Just add extra 2 inches after you are done marking from your shoulder to your under bust. So what I have here in total is 16 inches. I will come to this other side and also mark that same 16 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Once I'm done, I will go ahead and cut it out like this. Please pay attention to what I'm doing. After cutting it out, I will place it on this other part of the fabric again. I will place it on it and arrange it. After arranging it, I will go ahead and cut out another one. Now, one is going to be serving for the back and the other one for the front. So I'll go ahead and open this one like this. This one is going to be serving for the back. As you can see, this is folded into two. Now, I'm going to mark my zipper allowance line here first. I will mark 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance. I will mark it downward. After marking it, I will go ahead and connect the points together. So once I'm done connecting the points together, I'm going to be placing the second one on that line I just marked, okay, like this. But this second one, the part that is closed is going to be on the zipper allowance line, okay, like this, the part that is closed. So I'll go ahead and mark a straight line across my fabric. I came down by ½ inch. That is going to be the shoulder line or the starting line. So I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line like this. I will mark the neck depth. So for the neck depth, I'm going to be making use of 4 inches. I will mark 4 inches like this. Then for the wideness of the neck, I will be making use of 3.4 inches. So you can go ahead and make use of 3 inches. If your neck is not too big, make use of 2.5 inches. After that, I'll connect the points together like this. Once I'm done marking the neckline, I will place my tape on this point here, that is from the front, this part here. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. After marking it, now this dress has a continuation sleeve. You are going to place your tape on your shoulder and measure to where you want the sleeve to stop. So for me, I want the sleeve to stop on my elbow line. So from my shoulder to my elbow is 12 inches. I'll go ahead and mark 12 inches. I will place my tape here like this. I will mark my shoulder slope. I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'll go ahead and mark a slant line from the neck width to the 1 inch and mark here like this. So after connecting the points together, I'm going to place my tape here like this and mark the wideness of the sleeve. So I'm going to be make use of 9 inches. I just wanted to mark 9 inches like this. After marking it, I will go ahead and extend the line inward like this and just mark it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to connect from the shoulder slope to that where the sleeve is going to stop like this. So once I'm done connecting a straight line like this, the next thing I'm going to do is to place my tape here on where the slip is going to stop. I will mark 5 inches inward. From there, I'll mark 5 inches inward. Then I'll go ahead and mark a straight line downward. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and curve this part, the armhole area. I'll just curve it like this. So after curving it, I'm going to be taking away zipper board from the back. To do that, I will place my tape on the waistline like this. I will mark ½ inch inward. You can also go in by 0.75 inches. After marking in ½ inch, I'll go ahead and mark a slant line from the down to anywhere around the top like this. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it out, I will go ahead and mark the back neckline so that I can also cut out the back neckline here like this. So to do that, I will place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark 1.5 inches downward. Then I'll connect it like this. Okay, then I will extend it with a ruler to the zip allowance line. Then I will go ahead and cut it out. I'm not going to cut through the exact line I mark. I will go up by ½ inch around the shoulder area and also around the neck area. Okay, so this is going to be serving as the journey allowance. So once I'm done, I will cut out this part. Around the armhole area, we add ½ inch for journey allowance and also on the side here like this. So once I'm done, I will just go ahead and separate the armhole area of this down part. Then I will remove the down one. That one is going to be serving as the back. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the front neckline like this. So just go ahead and cut it out. So once I'm done cutting it out, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to open it up like this. I've gone ahead to cut out a piece of fabric. I'm going to be using it to pipe the neckline, just like as you can see me doing. I'll go ahead and pin it around, then sew it. So guys, I'm done sewing it. I also went ahead to do the same thing for the back. After I was done sewing it, I went ahead to iron it. So I'll go ahead and pin the back together like this. I'm going to be pinning through the zipper allowance line I mark on the back. I'm going to pin through that part. I'm going to pin it like this. So after pinning it, I will go ahead and open up the front part like this. I will open up the back part as well. I will place it on it, right side facing each other. Just make sure the right side of the back is facing the right side of the front. After placing it, then go ahead and pin the shoulders together like this. Once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down with ½ inch. I will stitch down the other side. After I was done stitching it, I will just go ahead and iron it open like this. I will do the same thing for the other side of the shoulder. So once I'm done ironing it, I will go ahead and fold the hem of the sleeve. So I will just take it to the sewing machine. I will fold it like this with ½ inch. Then I will further go ahead and fold it into 2 again. I will stitch it down. I will do the same thing for the other sleeve. So guys, I am done stitching it down. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to gather the waist part of this top. So I'll just take it to the sewing machine and gather it a little. I already have a well detailed tutorial on how to make a gather in case you don't know how to gather. So guys, I've gone ahead to gather it. I also did the same thing for the back. Now I'm going to divide my waist measurement by 2. I will measure what I have here if it's up to. My waist measurement divided by 2 is 17.5. So this is 17.5 and I have extra 2 inches for journey allowance. Okay, that is good. So I will also go ahead and measure the back part just to be sure. I have extra 2 inches allowance on both sides. So after I was done with that, I went ahead to cut out the waistband. If you check the top, you're going to see that it has a waistband. Now to cut out your waistband, what you are going to be doing is this. Make sure your fabric is open like this. Then go ahead and fold it into 2. After folding your fabric into 2, go ahead and measure 4 inches. Now the wideness I want for the waistband is 3 inches. I added 1 inch for journey allowance. Now to cut out the length, go ahead and fold it into 2 like this. Then divide your waist measurement by 4. Place it on the close part like this and measure it to the side like this. So my waist measurement divided by 4 is 8.75. I marked it. Then I went ahead to add 1 inch for journey allowance. That is what I have here. This is for the front. Now for the back, what our sibling did is this. I just went ahead to place the front on it. Then I make sure the back is longer than the front part with about 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. So you can make yours to be longer by either 1.5 inches or 1 inch. Now what I'm going to be doing is this. I'll go ahead and cut this back part open because we are going to be sewing one on the left part and the other on this right part so that we can sew our zip on it. So now I have 2 pieces for the back and I have this 1 piece for the front. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and separate this. Remember, this is folded into two. I will go ahead and cut it open like this. Just pay attention, okay? Just pay attention to what I'm doing now. So after cutting it into two, I will also go ahead and cut the back open like this. Now I'm going to bring the dress like this. This is the front part of the dress, okay? Now I'm going to be bringing the waistband. So I'm going to be placing the right side of the waistband facing the right side of the fabric. Okay, this is the front and this is the front part of the dress. I'm going to place it like this. Then I'm also going to bring the right side of the lining like this, and I will place it at the down part. So the right side of the second piece of waistband is going to be facing the wrong side of the fabric. So I'll go ahead and arrange the three of them together like this, making them equal. I will go ahead and pin it down. After pinning it, I will just keep arranging it and pinning it down like this, because we are going to be sewing the three pieces together at once. So once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. Once I'm done stitching down the front part, I will also go ahead and pin the back part. I will bring the back waistband. So before I pin it, I will remove the pins I used in pinning down the zipper allowance line. So I'll just go ahead and open up the waistband like this. I'll make sure the right side of the waistband is facing the right side of the fabric, and the right side of the second waistband is facing the wrong side of the fabric. I'll go ahead and pin the three of them together like this, just like as I did for the front. After pinning it, I will do the same thing for the other side of the back. Then I will take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is how it looks like. Can you see? So this will make the sewing very neat. So I'll just go ahead and turn it to the back. This is how the back look like, very neat, and the front is very neat. So I'll go ahead and iron it. I will also iron the back. Once you're done ironing it, go ahead and pin the down parts together like this. After pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch down this part, then stitch down this part. I'll just go ahead and cut out this excess on the waistband like this. So I will stitch it down. I will do the same thing for the back as well, okay? So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it down. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to repin the zipper allowance line so that I can shape in the dress properly well. So after pinning it together, I'll go ahead and arrange it like this. So after arranging it, I'll go ahead and pin the sides. Once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I will stitch it down with 1 inch. So I'll also go ahead and pin this other side. I will stitch it down with 1 inch, okay, because I added 1 inch around the waistband for joining allowance. So guys, I'm done sewing it. After I was done sewing it, I went ahead to iron it out. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the gather that I'm going to be sewing to the waistband. So do that, I will place my tape on the shoulder like this. I will measure it to the hem of the top. So what I have here is 18 inches, but I'm going to minus 1/2 inch away from the down, which I'm going to be using to join to the gather around the down part, okay? So what I'm going to be left with is 70.5 inches. Now you are going to minus whatever you have after you are done taking your measurement away from the full length of the top. Now the full length I want to use for this top is 27 inches. 27 minus 70.5 is going to give me 9.5. So that means that the length of the fabric I'm going to be cutting out is going to be 9.5. But instead of cutting out 9.5, I want to add 1.5 inches to it for joining allowance and folding allowance. So the wideness that I have here is 11 inches. 9.5 plus 1.5 is 11. So that is what I have here. Now for the length of the gather, you are going to multiply your waist measurement by 2, and that is what you are going to be cutting out. So mine is 35 inches. I'll go ahead and measure 35 inches like this, 1. Then I'll go ahead and measure another 35 inches, 2. Then I'll cut out the excess. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine. I will fold the hem like this. Then I'll further go ahead and fold it again with 1/2 inch. Then I will sew it. After sewing it, I'll go ahead and gather this other part like this. I'll just gather it little. The gather should not be too much, okay? So guys, I am done gathering it, and this is how it look like. As you can see, if you want your own gather to be much, then you will multiply your waist measurement by 3 or 4. So I'll go ahead and measure what I have around the waist part here. So what I have here is 35 inches, which is my waist measurement. Then I have about extra 2.5 inches. This is going to be serving as the joining allowance or zipper allowance around the back. So what I'm going to be doing now is to fold it into two like this. After folding it, I will go ahead and notch the middle like this. Then I'll also go ahead and fold the top into two. I will remove the pins around the zipper allowance area. I'll just go ahead and open up the zipper allowance like this and fold it into two. After folding it, I will notch the middle around the front part like this. So after notching it, I will just go ahead and open it up like this. Then I will bring the gather around the down part like this. Now I'm going to make sure the part where I notch on the gather and the part where I notch on the top is meeting each other. Then I'll go ahead and flip it and use it to cover it like this, right side facing each other. I hope you guys understand. So I'll just go ahead and pin from the middle to one side. After pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I will stitch it down with 1/2 inch. Once I get to the middle, I will further go ahead and stitch it to the other side like this. So once I was done stitching it, I will just go ahead and iron it open. Okay, just to make the waist area more firm, I'll just go ahead and iron it open. So once I'm done ironing it, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to go ahead and arrange it like this and sew my zip on it. So I will take it to the same machine now and sew my zip on it. Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the video. I hope this tutorial was really helpful. If it was, please go ahead and like if you've not liked, comment if you've not commented, and subscribe if you've not subscribed. Now if you want to see more of cutting and sewing tutorials on this channel, go ahead and turn on post notification so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. So I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.